There are two ways to go about putting content into an app block. One of them is to either link it directly to your server so that it populates. Another one is to upload a CSV file with all of the fields already there. And the third is to actually create the data fields yourself in the data mapping step. Here I have already created a basic Flex app block where my app user is actually going to create the content that's going to display on their device. So I have it set to a basic Flex, and I have it set so that the user can create the content. Make sure you click on Global Configuration to save those changes, and then we can go to data mapping. In data mapping, you'll notice that there are no fields present, so you have to create them. So here I'm going to click on Add My Field, and I'm going to give my field a name. So I'm going to call this Appointment Name. I'm going to choose my field type. So this is very important because your field type will actually determine how the device user is going to be able to see or use that particular field on the device. For my appointment name, I'm going to make this a short text field. And for my input type, I'm going to choose a text box. I'm also going to click on title to enable my social sharing and app events. And I'm going to click apply to save that field. Now you can create all of your fields, then click apply, or you can do what I am doing here, and that is creating each field, saving it, and then making the next one. I prefer to do that because in some cases, if you walk away and the platform times out and you've made 12 fields, then you're going to have to go back and do it all over again. So it's a really good practice to save your changes as you go. For my next field, I'm going to call this my appointment date and time. And for my field type, I'm going to choose date and time. My input type is going to be date and time as well. And I'm going to click on Start Date to enable my social sharing and app events. And click Apply. I also want to add a location, so I'm going to put in here location. And then I'm going to click on street address. So when I actually put in the location address, I can put that in. I can actually tap on it and be able to go directly to a map. Input type here is also a text box. And if you don't think that location is going to be something that you remember, you can always put location address here and click apply. You may also want to include other fields such as doctor name, and again, I'm going to make that a short text field and create a text box for it. I'm not going to enable any social sharing or app events. If you wanted to, you could always click on caption. Just be aware that if you click on the same one more than once, it will take away the original one that you assigned to replace it with this one. So make sure that you're fully aware of what you are putting in. And my last field here is going to be notes, because you may want the app user to be able to put in some notes like I need to be fasting for this appointment or something of that nature. I'm going to make this particular field a long text field, and my input type is going to be a text area, and I'm going to click on description so that if I do like put it on my calendar or something, that will come over as well. I'm going to click apply to save that change. And that is how you create fields in data mapping if you're not putting content in.